Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, and host of the podcast Vocal Arts with Peter Barber. Today, for the first time ever, I'm going to be listening to JINJER. This is a band, I guess, and Pisces, live session, Napalm Records. This is a request from a patron in my private Discord server, which is something you get access to if you join my Patreon family for as little as $3 a month. And this is a first-time reaction and analysis, so I will be pausing primarily to talk about vocal technique, as that is where my expertise lies. If you'd like to see the original video all the way straight through, I will include a link in the description below, and then you can come on back if you want to learn about what this singer is doing from a technique standpoint primarily. Guys, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment for the algorithm, hit the bell for notifications. And like I said earlier, if I'm adding value and enhancing your listening and learning and musical experience overall, please do consider joining my Patreon family. We would love to have you. And without further ado, let's dive into this first-time reaction and analysis. A minor. Okay, I absolutely love this. This is actually, despite being an opera singer, absolutely love this kind of music. First of all, really, really cool drum pattern. I just want to highlight first. It's not like a clean, like 4 on the floor. There's like a lot of cool syncopation and like interesting accents happening in the drum section. Like not intuitive at all. Vocally, very cool voice. So we're starting in a nice intimate place. This is very much in chest voice. It sounds like this singer has really nice access to her lower chest range. I want to see how low she's actually singing here, but it has really nice, there's a nice meaty resonance to her low range. E3. So that is low for a female singer, and to have good resonance down there, that's actually quite rare. So I just want to flag that. Rise. It's basically like an E2 for a bass singer. Rise, because the voices are about an octave apart on average, natural male and female voices. Little vocal fry scoop before that last phrase. One more. There it is. I'll be a friend of mine. Suffering with smile, I drew a different reality with unconditional loyalty. So we're still very much in middle voice here. So just a D4. Just a D4 here, nothing high, still very much in that like middle chest range. Just kidding, up to an F. Sorry, excuse me. Up to an F4, but statement remains the same. Still in that upper middle chest range. Up to G4. Now we're getting, closer towards where male or female, high male voice, lower female voice, doesn't really matter in this case. Up to G4, that is when it starts getting higher in the chest range, and it starts to get into that place where it requires a little more thought or often power to maintain the pure chest voice connection up there. This singer handling it beautifully, no problem whatsoever at this point. I like that, just that little riff down, and a nice transition into the next section. And this is apparently recorded live, so it says in the title. So let's take them for their word. This is excellent, singing so well in tune. The band is freaking crisp and accurate and awesome. So really great live performance here. Oh my God, I have never been more caught off guard by anything in my entire life, perhaps. Okay, so we have gone from a very soft, intimate, light, chest voice connected singing to full on, like, I don't even know what you call this. I mean, highly turbulent, gritty. It's not screamo. I don't want to, and I don't want to mislabel it. But it is a heavily turbulent vocal production with a ton of grit and a ton of false fold activation, which is what's making her voice sound so low and deep and growly. It's because the false folds vibrate at half the speed of the true folds. So you basically get an octave down undertone. So whatever she's singing, it kind of sounds like it's an octave lower with this grit. Holy shit. This is fucking wild, dude. Out of nowhere. It's like, that's really her voice? This is live? It's so much darker and low. I mean, I did say she had nice, juicy, low chest voice, but this is so much darker than we heard in this first part. Now, the crazy thing about this singing is it wouldn't be that loud. This style of singing works really well. Most really, anything leaning towards the screamo is not super loud in person. It's not super loud unamplified. It gets its intensity from the noise coming through the voice. Noise is non-periodic sound waves, essentially. So if you have tone, boop, it's periodic, meaning it's repeating. If you have noise, it's not repeating. And noise comes across as intensity, really. And so when you have this kind of style of singing, it is so intense. So it feels like it would be super, super loud, like it would just blow your face off with sound. It's actually not very loud because the sound is mostly air. It's mostly noise. And the loudest sounds come from highly efficient tone. So like the loudest singers in the world, by far, it is not even close, are professional opera singers singing very high in their range. Because it's like they're putting their full body into the sound, but it's hyper efficient. It's really tight vocal fold closure, and it's free. I mean, it's like really efficient, loud yelling. Because there's no extra air escaping. This is kind of the opposite, where it sounds and feels really intense, but it's actually decibel-wise not all that loud. Just very interesting. So it's the kind of thing that that works really well in an amplified, recorded situation. I am absolutely shook. Like, how is that the same singer? Perfectly clean voice. Just like pure tone. No grit whatsoever. Which makes me think she like... Elizabeth in the Charismatic Voice would know. She knows a lot about this kind of gritty style singing. I don't know as much, admittedly. But it seems like there was probably very little true fold involvement in that much more intense sounding singing. It was probably much more false fold based. And you can learn how to kind of do them separately so that one doesn't so much affect the other one. Because if she had been making the previous sounds with true fold, her voice would be probably pretty wrecked right now, even after doing that just for 30 seconds. You really do have to separate them. And it sounds like she's it sounds like two different voices, essentially.
The beginning or the end, you can't tell. When I wave my fin and shake my tail, I grew a different normality with unblameable morality.
It's just like a beautiful, very cool kind of sultry voice when she's singing in this style, in this method of vocal production.
Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish.
Virgin innocence, 1 billion planes life.
I just can't even believe. It is so difficult for me to believe. I do, but it's very difficult for me to believe that that's just her voice in another method of vocal production with no tuning. I mean, not no tuning. No, like pitching it down, or I don't even know. It is a remarkable sound. Because it sounds just like a male baritone doing this kind of singing. Like, it really sounds the same. And I know I pointed out earlier, she's got a relatively low voice for a female, nice resonance down there. But this just sounds, it's just shocking. It is just flat out shocking and very cool. And I'm really enjoying it.
Neptune's child, shivering inside, drowns in a liquid gold.
Not even two different voices. It really sounds like two different songs are happening simultaneously, because when she goes into that other mode of singing, the instrumentation surrounding her also changes radically to kind of support her in that more intense style of singing. So it is very cool. We're hearing, it sounds like two different voices in two different songs at the same time.
Cherish his life to the underworld.
I think she goes up into head voice there, really light head voice just for a second. Not needed, but obviously just artistic. So F sharp 4 to G4. Obviously, we've seen her do this in chess, no problem, but just like an artistic choice to kind of lighten the load there. I would be so interested to see her sing in a style that's kind of in between these two. Like the missing link of evolution between her totally pure tone voice and her super, super intense sounding gritty, guttural sound. I would love to hear her do something in between just to see. Like, I would love to see that progression. Like, how does she get from one to the next? She might have stayed in chest voice. It's hard to say.
Make me flash and render into Christ.
Here we go.
Voices swimming through the river, all the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the zombie.
Oh my gosh, this is still not in between, but we are hearing her go way up in chest bell, which I freaking love. All the way up to an E5, pure chest voice with a little bit of grit in there. It's like animalist. It's like primal. It's like someone sings like that and it just revs you up. Awesome.
Voices swimming through the river, all the life against the stream.
Searching for the room to catch on and see the zombie.
Oh, that's amazing.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, long-cutting tables of callous men, wandering on of phantom butchers. Emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away, emeralds are whipped away.
Oh my god. That was so crazy. Oh. Whoa. Yo, shouts to, I think their username is H. Shouts to H for recommending this song in the Discord server. Holy shit. Absolutely mind-boggling. It was really cool in that last section to hear her actually go back and forth a bit. We didn't really get anything in the middle like I now need to explore other songs by this artist, but we did get a cool back and forth there. Absolutely amazing. I am floored. Completely floored. This is one of the most fun things about being able to do this channel for part of my career is I get introduced to artists like this I never would have heard otherwise. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope you gathered some info, some useful insight into this artist, this singer, this band that you can take forth and learn to appreciate music more every day. That's my goal here. It is primarily to educate, secondarily to entertain. This one was probably rather entertaining because I like shit myself when she brought out that secondary vocalism. Absolutely amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Please like, please subscribe. Please do subscribe. That's super helpful. Comment for the algorithm, bell for notifications, and if I'm enhancing your listening experience, join the Patreon family. We're almost 300 strong. We would love to have you. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.